Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. On this podcast, I help coaches, trainers, and mentors scale their businesses and make more money than they ever imagined with online digital marketing and strategies to help them scale to their dream income level. I believe that sales and marketing comes before anything else in your business, and that is the most important thing, is making a ton of money. Now, one thing that I want to talk about here today is about having fun and play. And I talked about this in some earlier episodes and things like that, but we haven't talked about it in a while, and I think that it's a great topic to bring up. So that's why we're bringing it up here today. There's actually a book on this called The Science of Play. It's on Amazon. It's a great book that I highly recommend. If I actually can pull up the actual title here. The actual title of it is just Play by itself, but it's really weird if you just type in play. All that's going to happen is you're gonna see, basically it's going to pull up like Google Play Store, and just looking up the word play makes it kind of hard to find the book. But if I type in, let's see, play book, right here. Yeah, here. Play, How It Shapes the Brain, Opens the Imagination, and Invigorates the Soul by Stuart Brown. It's kind of the basis line of what we're going to be talking about here today, is what's in this book. And it says, have you ever noticed how in the face of a child or the bliss of a golden retriever running across the lawn, this is the joy of play. By definition, it's purposeless, all-consuming, and fun. And that's really what I think mentors, trainers, coaches need to do more of, is play. Have fun. Blow off some steam. Do things that might be not so productive. Waste some time. Strategic distraction. Strategic procrastination. And here's why. It activates parts of our brain for creativity. And so this is something that when I'm coaching people, I tell my coaching group this, that when's the last time that you played? When's the last time that you had fun? When's the last time that you just didn't do the thing that produces money in your business, but rather made the pursuit of joy and wonder a big part of your life? When's the last time that you just, like a child, or like you would as a teenager, did something that maybe you haven't done as a child or a teenager, and you just went and had some fun? I frequently do this. I mean, this evening I just played a little bit of a video game that I love. It's called Civilization 6. It's a game where you basically are a civilization leader, and you have 500 turns to win the game. And I won my first round of the game after about 40 hours of playing it over the last month. And something that I gave myself takes time to do. But I also had massive creativity that came out of this. And here's why it's so important. I meet so many mentors, trainers, and coaches who tell me, I have no ideas. I can't think of anything to do. I don't know what I should do next. I can't come up with content ideas. I can't, what's the right thing to do? What's the right path to take? I feel so much FOMO. Like, what if I pick the wrong choice in my business and then I miss out on opportunities that are out there? What if there's a better opportunity that comes along? And I find that when you give yourself the opportunity to go play, and you actually stop operating in this thinking that, well, there can always be a better opportunity, and we got to make sure that that's the right one, and that it's perfect, and that we're doing the most productive thing at all times, and that, get out of this thinking that you have to be right do like the right perfect stuff all the time with your time, or things are going to go bad for you and things like that. It's a mindset that I see people get into where like they won't give themselves the opportunity to make a mistake. They won't give themselves a chance to try things out and experiment. And this is more harmful than anything else, even though we think that it's helping us in our life. It's actually a big detriment. It's actually a major issue when we operate this way. And so, and I meet a ton of people that do this, that think this way. This will lead you to, constantly optimizing your funnel because it's never good enough. Oh, a better idea came along. There's a better idea that came along. Things like that. My friends, you're going to have to launch something, put something out there, even if there's a better thing coming along, even if there could be a better idea, just to see what happens and just to gain momentum. And until you do that, you're going to struggle financially in your business. And I meet a lot of coaches and mentors that end up struggling financially because, and it's so counterintuitive. They're like, well, I don't have time for that crap. I don't have time to waste. I got to make things work well because I have limited time on planet Earth and limited time for things to not work well for me. And it's like, oh my goodness. And then there's even more bad teaching out there that tells people that, well, unless you're making $1 million, you have no right to have fun or to watch Netflix or to play a video game or to spend time with your family just goofing off. Until you're making that much money, you got to put your nose to the grindstone and do the work and hustle and go hard. And it's just like, that message is not something that I resonate with at all. It's something that, one of my mentors, my mom is one of my mentors because she's been super successful in business, has taught me is to not operate that way. It's not healthy. It's not good. And the people who do operate that way, I don't see make a ton of money in their businesses. Because we're so focused on trying to control what we can control. We're so in a lack mindset. We're so in it's a scarcity mindset. An abundance mindset says I have more than enough time to accomplish everything that I need to accomplish. So I can go out there, blow off some steam, have some fun. And even as I'm saying this right now, your brain might have some trouble. Like you might feel very uncomfortable even by what I'm saying right now. And I get it. But I'm telling you, I want you to challenge wherever that belief has come from. Who's the first person that taught you that you don't have time to have fun and that everything must be perfect? And that we must, and our brain, we justify it as a spirit of excellence even. My goodness. I just see, in my experience, this isn't just theory. This isn't just thoughts that I thought of one day. Like, this is time tested with working with other people. This is truth. That having fun playing, blowing off some steam, not being so tethered to I need to make this work and I need to make sure every moment is accounted for perfectly. Like breaking up with that thinking and that way of operating will produce better results financially for you as a trainer and mentor in your business. Giving yourself opportunity to be whimsical and blissful and reckless a little bit. Abandon trying to make sure that every moment is the most perfectly like that's not reality. And in this business, as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor, your best work is going to come out of giving yourself this thing that is natural. It's an integral part of your health, as much as sleep and nutrition is. And I see that so many people don't give themselves the opportunity to play, to do things that are fun for them, to do the fun things in life, to just have some fun more often, to do something that has no purpose, no goal, no reason, no end outcome that can be quantified. And the more opportunities you give yourself to do that, the better in the long run. And it might be hard for you, and it might be a discipline. It might literally be a discipline that you have to mentally fight against what's going on inside you to give yourself opportunities to go play and have fun and do the fun things in life. But I promise you this, as somebody who has put this to the test, in the long term, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help produce positive results in your life. If you're ever struggling to come up with ideas, if you're ever dealing with a lack of creativity, if you're stuck, if you haven't launched your funnel yet, if you haven't launched your offer yet, this might be the tool that's going to get you to where you want to go. If you don't know what to talk about when it comes to your content, if you don't have the ability to make decisions, and you struggle to decide because you're afraid of picking the wrong decision or wasting time, give yourself some time to play. And what I tell people to do is to come back immediately after you give yourself that play time. Come from that state. Like, go play, go do something fun. And while you're doing something fun, right at the end of it, do a little bit of your work. That little bit of a thing that you might be stuck on. And you'll be unstuck because you're operating from a different place of neurotransmitters and the way that your brain is thinking. You're actually operating out of a different way of wiring your brain for success. And it's a little bit of a hack to be able to get your brain to work better, which is really awesome. But in the long term, in the big picture, there's a huge net positive by doing this. All right? So hopefully this has just gotten you to think about this, encouraged you. If you want a little bit more scientific evidence behind this, again, the book Play by Stuart Brown and Chris Vaughn. Play, how it shapes the brain, opens the imagination, and invigorates the soul. The audiobook, the paperback, it's worth reading. It has all the scientific expert research on this that I think will positively change and transform your life in a big way. And I think that the topic itself is so important. Again, you might not resonate with it. You might literally think that this is just a load of bunk. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I want to see you successful. I want to see you making more money than you ever imagined. And this is a tool that can help you get there. Living a playful life can transform everything about the world around you. Learning to stop taking life so seriously can make you a ton more money. So, listen, if this has encouraged you, share this with somebody. Share this message with people. I want this message to just get into businesses, to get into people's hearts and minds and thoughts, and start to transform your life. It's so counterculture to our culture today. And yet I know that this is a message for the ages that will change people's lives. Share it with somebody. Grow your life, everybody. And we'll talk soon. Have a good one.